Hello everyone. Welcome back to Noahisms Family Venture. We're in Medellin, Colombia, and I recently had a parent-teacher conference
Yesterday on Saturday, our
on
first
Saturday.
one ever on a Saturday, but apparently that's kind of normal here. So,
I am very tired because I went to my friend's house and we basically stayed up all night.
what time did you go to bed, Noah?
1 a.m.
And that's why you're tired?
Yeah.
Well, I, on the other hand, got 10 hours of sleep, so I'm feeling really, really good. But that's also something else we learned yesterday. It was confirmed. We were just kind of wondering why Noah had not been, well, I don't know if he was wondering. I was wondering how come Noah had not been invited by classmates to their house. And it's basically what we were told is, yeah, people don't go over to each other's house like that. Like, no, there's no play dates here. It's usually just family. Which actually kind of reminded me of some of the friends that Noah had back home who were from the another Latin American country. And yeah, it was interesting that it's just thought of differently. So the play dates that Noah has had actually has been with other Americans, which is fine. Okay, so getting back to the parent-teacher conference. How did it go, Noah? How's school going?
Good. So we had to wait, and it wasn't that long. So we went in, and she told us about some things. Like, first thing was my grades.
What kind of grade did you get in English?
An A.
Which, actually, it was a 5, but that's equivalent to an A. He better get an A, right? Okay, so what about the other stuff?
I had 1 and 1, which was really bad. On math and science, I think. And, no, it wasn't math and science.
I think so, I
think it was social.
Yeah.
Social and science, I had a 1, which is like a D.
I think it's an F.
Yeah.
But what I had explained to Noah, well, first of all, Noah texted me and told me he did not want to take these quarterly exams. And what did I tell you, honey?
I had to, because you paid for it.
Oh, yeah, that definitely, too. Yeah, that's something that's different. I have to pay for exams. For him to take exams, I have to pay for copies. So, but basically, I told him that the grades weren't really that important to me right now, but we wanted to see where he was starting out at, because by the end of the year, he's obviously going to be better. But, you know, for me, the thing is, I know he doesn't know the language. He doesn't know Spanish the way that I do. So my expectation was not that he was going to be getting the A grades that he was used to getting at his last school. And yeah, and I kept telling him before we left, oh, you're going to be struggling because you don't know the language. So, and sure enough, so it wasn't really a problem for me. And even his teacher said the same thing, right? She told him, don't worry about it. He's learning different things. I mean, I did learn that he actually does know more Spanish than I thought. But what happens is, because I speak Spanish, he doesn't even bother trying to speak Spanish because he lets me just do all the talking. So, but now I know that his Spanish has definitely gotten better. I mean, and we haven't even been here 2 months. It'll be 2 months this week coming up. So he is absorbing the language quickly.
The next thing we talked about was, so I bring a phone to school, and I sometimes text my mom.
Yeah, like he texts more when he's at school than he does talking to me in person. But let me ask you something. At your last school, were you able to bring a cell phone to school?
I don't really think so.
Yeah. So I think we were both surprised to find out that the kids do bring their phones. For me, it was more so that Noah felt comfortable about being away from me and not necessarily knowing the language, but also he's able to use Google Translate. But do you still have an interpreter or translator for you, the girl?
She asked for my translator, so not really.
Okay. Well, the little girl knows 3 languages, right? Portuguese?
I know, but she knows more Portuguese than English.
Ah, okay. So, I mean, it's just, yeah, and I caught myself kind of like expecting a little bit more from him. But then I had to remind myself that, you know, we're really, at that point, we're only going into the 7th week, and that, you know, it's just going to take time in the process, and he's still getting acclimated to just a different culture. different foods, and so yeah, I'm not worried. I know grades will never tell me how smart he is because I already know he's brilliant.
So, what was the next thing? Oh yeah, it was like we had to do paperwork for like this field trip thing for a hotel so we could like study and like interact with people.
Oh yeah, so a field trip is coming up, but it actually sounds like it's a team building field trip, which is very interesting. They're very concerned about kind of the peace treaty and basing this class off of that, and how to work out any disagreements you have with people. I mean, I'm really impressed by that. What else is different at the school? Oh, so I learned at public schools, well, specifically here in Medellin, they only go to school for 5 hours, either 7 to 12 or 12 to 5, which is not good. And then on Fridays, they only go to school like 3 hours. But that's not Noah. He is in a private school. Anything else, honey?
I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's 6 minutes already. Wow, we can talk. Okay, you guys, thanks so much. I'll have to give you an update on what's going on with the work situation. But happy Sunday. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.